Hi everyone, I'm C.Michelle, and today we are going to be doing a review of the MBA Cosmetics palette called Pumpkin Kisses and Autumn Wishes. I have been playing around with this palette, so everything's swatched. If you guys want to see the swatches, go to my page and then you can go to the shorts, and then that's where I have the swatches. So we are going to use a tannish base with this. And I'm using my NARS concealer, and then I'm just going to set it. I'm also using a MAC 195 brush. We're just going to plant that all over the lid. So how have you guys been doing? What's been up? What's been new? I have been trying to do more shorts than long form videos, but you guys said you wanted long form. So long form it is. I mean, I'm still going to do shorts as well, but I'm going to put more focus into doing long form videos as well. So the reason why I chose this as my base is because this is a matte concealer and it pretty much will not move. I might still add a little powder on top, just a just a white setting powder. And if you look at it, it looks really good, really even, really flat. And that's how I wanted it to look. But to set it a bit, let's take this KVD Locket powder. It's one of my favorite setting powders. Literally, I'm just going to take whatever little brush is by me, and we're just going to dust this on the lid like so. Boom. That's it. Don't have to be super meticulous with it. Just make sure you definitely get where your eye folds. We are going to go in with a natural hairbrush, and let's go in with cranberry. And we're going to put that in the outer corners of my eye. We're going to go in a diagonal shape. And I'm going above the fold on my eye. And with that, I'm kind of rounding out. So when you see it there, it looks like a little wing is up there. So we're just going to place it to where it can be seen above the fold as well. You see? Perfect. And we're going to do the same with the other side. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this look, but I'm going to try to use as many colors as I can. That's appropriate enough for me going out tonight and the setting that I'll be in. All right. So the color, as you can see, packs on really well. It's a deep cranberry color, hence the name. And it just, I love the way it builds. So I have not tried this chestnut color. I'm looking for a blending brush. This is just, yeah, my son is in the background living his best life. So we're just going to let him live his best life. Okay. We're going to go in with, did I get in the green? No. Okay. And chestnut right here. And we're just going to put this in the transition shade and just kind of blend out what's left of the cranberry. I'm laughing at my son in the background. Just going to blend that out. Okay. And you know what? Let's see how they layer. I'm going to go in with that same brush, or do I want a finer brush? Let's go in with that same brush, and let's go into Bountiful. And let's gently put that on top. Just a little. I hope you guys are able to see. And I stopped at about a third into the eye. All right, so what color are we going to put on the lid? I feel like you guys would be screaming Equinox. Crisp or Fireside. Why don't we do a combination? I'm going to start with Okay, so Crisp is giving me more of a duochrome look. I'm sure you probably can't see that, and foliage. I know one of them for sure is a duochrome or a multichrome, but I will put the information to it about the palette in the description. Okay, so we're going to go on with Fireside, and we're going to put Fireside on the outer third. I mean, that's super pigmented already. And I'm just going to marry those two together. And I'm curious to see if the cranberry kind of fades away. And so far, it is holding its own. So in the comments, let me know if you've tried this palette, if you're interested in this palette, and let me know what palettes that you're loving right now. I am on a palette kick, y'all. I have been buying just about every palette you can imagine. Okay. Um, you know what? Oh, let's go in with candy corn. Candy corn right here. I'm just gonna flip the brush on the other side. Again, I'm using a synthetic brush. Now I'm not getting so far any kickback, any fallout, nothing. Now, a lot of people are now doing white bases. I will do a tutorial showing you a white base and the difference that it makes. Along with one eye will be with a tan base. Like us not Mac, but us old school girls, we would use MAC paint pot and soft ochre, or like, gosh, lay and low, one of those. I mean, this is giving me quintessential fall for sure. Um, as our bases, I do think using a white base will definitely make it pop, but it just depends how you want it to look. You want it to pop, you want it to be subtle. It's totally up to you. I mean, I've even used in many cases a black base for different things. But anywho, let's marry these together and kind of make our own color. But that's how it's looking so far, you guys, without any liner or anything like that. I'm going to take a different brush. Let's go with a natural hair brush. And let's see if that will pack on a little more. Definitely. Definitely packed on more. Okay, I'm not looking too crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face. And then I'll be right back. Y'all, look at this. This is the completed eye. I didn't do falsies. I just really layered on my mascara. But look. Like, this is gorgeous. So before I said I was going to go ahead and finish my makeup, but I wanted to show you what I did for the bottom, for the lower lash line. I started with cranberry right here, and I just did the lower 2/3 first. Y'all bear with me, you know, I'm in my bathroom trying to film. I know one day God will bless me with a beautiful setup, but hey, when you're passionate about it, you can't wait, and you just jump in, you just do it. And decided I'm not gonna wait until I get that perfect setup. You know, I'm just gonna film. So using another color, I went in with Equinox. Oh my gosh, I love this color so much too. And I put this in the outer 1/3, in the tear duct area, of course, and in the bottom here. Okay, and then from here, I went in with a liner from Stila called Damsel. It's like an off black. It's not super stark like a black is, just an off black. And as you can see, I'm not pulling or tugging on my eye. I'm literally letting the pencil just glide. And that's another thing about these. They do glide, they're very smooth, and the color goes off great. Okay, now from here, I used Beauty Bakery. If you guys have never tried their Lollipop eyeliner, stop playing yourself. get it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup and come back. Y'all, this, I can't. I love it. So we are going to try to contour a little bit or warm up my cheeks. Well, let's see how it looks on the skin here. I'm just putting chestnut in the hollow of my cheekbone using a Refer brush and warming up my cheeks a little bit, contouring slightly and kind of using it as a blush all at the same time. Because I was thinking, do I want to go in with candy corn as a blush as well? Yeah, let's go on with a little bit of candy corn, which is this orange shimmer here. Just a hair. I'm just going to put that on the planes. I hope you guys can see it, but it's very pretty, very subtle, gorge. Make sure you guys check out the photos that I'm going to post on Instagram or on the community tab, child. I don't really be on no socials for real. Look at that. Look at that. I feel like me again. I feel like me. I'm so excited. Yeah. I'm very happy with my son's turning up. It's turning up. This is an awesome palette. So in this look, we used candy corn, bountiful, cranberry, equinox, and chestnut. Fireside, I don't know where my fingers just went, but we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades. So I only have 1, 2, 3 to use. So I used 6 out of the 9 shades. Y'all, this look is fire. This look is fire. So with my mascara, I only focus that on the outer thirds of my eye, just to kind of give it that wispy look. I use Ami Collet. It's one of my favorite mascaras. Absolutely love it. Okay, so let me know what you guys think about this look. If you like it, if you're loving it, if you've tried this palette by MBA Cosmetics, I would definitely tell you to get it. The colors blended out beautifully. I still see the cranberry. I still see the fireside. I still see candy corn. I see equinox. I see all of the colors that I used. I used chestnut here. I see it in my transition. I'm so happy. MBA Cosmetics, Pumpkin Kisses and Autumn Wishes is a win for me. I will do another look using it, and I will incorporate the other 3 shades somehow. I might have to do multiple looks depending on how I'm able to use those last 3 together. But I have foliage left, crisp, and what does that say? Welcome back to part 2 of Pumpkin Kisses and Autumn Wishes. We are going to do the second look with this palette. All right, so before in the previous look I said that I was going to try to use a white base in another video, but hey, why not just do it now? So I have this white base here from e.l.f. This is the 16-hour camo concealer matte finish in white. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit on the back of my hands because I want to be able to control how much I put on there. So that's how much I have on there. And I'm going to be looking in this mirror right here. So boom, boom. And we're going to spread it out because I had a feeling that a little went a long way with this. And I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't too much, because I know if I use the applicator, I'm sure it would have applied heavier than what I wanted to. So just think about those things when using an applicator opposed to just maybe your finger. And y'all, I got my nails done. I absolutely adore them. I tried a French for the first time. It's like a French with a little mini white line. I love it. Simple, elegant, understated. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, y'all. So of course I have somewhere to be. And I'm gonna walk in there with this look, honey. We just gonna wear it. Who gonna check me, boo? Here is the palette right here. And again, we have 3 colors to use: foliage, crisp, and woodland. So we're going to start with Woodland, y'all. We're just going to make it do what it do. And I'm using a Morphe brush M506. I love this brush. Why? Because for someone like me with my eyelid shape, and I have on a little mascara too, okay? This is from the day. This is like, listen. Okay. For someone with my eye shape, this just really gets into the crevices and nooks and crannies like I want it to. So I'm getting a little close. I mean, barely any fallout at all. I have dipped in again because I just want to see how it built up. I've dipped in twice. So this is how we're looking. Okay. And the green is very pigmented, of course, against this white base. Yes, I'm gonna just make sure that I'm covering up as much of the base as possible, relaxing my eyelid, and just looking to see where I need to kind of mute that out. So now we're going to go back in with Chestnut. Yes, we've used this color before, but I need a transition. I need a transition. And I like that this palette gives me a transition. Just wiped off as much as the green as possible and going in with the Chestnut here. And we're just going to soften. Wow, that came out super pigmented. And for me, instead of doing like this when I do that part, I like to relax my brow and just truly see where the shadows are and put that color there. Like the crease here. It looks like a color is there right now anyway, but it isn't. So I'm just enhancing what that looks like naturally with this color. And again, it doesn't have to be super neat or meticulous because we're going to clean it up and put another shadow on top of it. So however far you go down, I guess it won't matter depending on your base and how pigmented you want your other colors to be. If you do care, don't go so far down because then it's going to cover up the white base. And guys, if there is an echo, I do apologize. I'm just working with the bathroom sound here and a lavalier mic. Let's see here. Let's go in with Crisp. So I'm using a MAC 239 brush, an OG brush, and that's how it looks. And that's how it looks on the brush. This is a duochrome, if I'm not mistaken. And I am going to pat this down in the height and where I want my lid to appear as far as the shape goes. This is giving real Christmas. But work with me. But first, what we must do is blend these two together in some way, shape, or form. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is go in with cranberry here, because we got to blend these together somehow. Like, we're not going to be out here unblended. And one thing I'm noticing when I'm marrying these two together is that the green is still intact. The green is still intact. All right, so now let's go in with the other side. So now you can see the difference in this one and this one. Oh, let me look down so you can see here and here. All right, I wonder if I should mist this with a little water to go in with the next shade. So let's try it first. Going in with Foliage. See, here's the thing. This brush I chose because I thought I might want to wet it. And I did just a little bit. If I wasn't planning to wet it, and I don't want to mess up the shadow, so I'm just going in a corner here. So in case it's not supposed to be wet, I'll have the rest of the shadow to work with. If I were to use the same 239 brush, I'm sure it would have applied much more opaque. But after wetting it, you can obviously see the difference. Again, I'm just kind of cutting the crease naturally. Now those two kind of blend together, so I'm going to wet it again. Hopefully you guys can see the different shades here. This is more of a rust color. This is like a true red. So if you see here, it's probably a pressed pigment. I don't know the exact texture. I don't want to make up anything, but like, look at that color. Love it. And I definitely like it better wet than I do dry. Even I've tried foliage before. If you check out the shorts that I've done with this specific palette, the swatches and the first impression, I like the color, but I like it better wet. 100%. And I'm just dragging this up because it allows me to naturally cut the crease. I added some Equinox into the inner tear duct here, the inner corners, and I added a little cranberry here at the very bottom of my eye. Now, with concealer, I feel like the cranberry would have shown a little better. Something has told me to take a little bit of the orange and just brighten this thing up a little bit. And I'm taking Bountiful. I'm going to take Bountiful underneath here as well. And I'm curious just to... All right, you guys, so this is the final look. It's way more glittery than you can tell right now. I wonder if I shine like a little light on it or something, if that will like help you see. And if you ask what I'm using, this is my book light. Okay, I'm an avid reader, and sometimes I read at night when my son is sleeping. And anyway, I just love this book light. I use it for multiple different things. I will link it below, but I think it's really helping you guys see the variation of colors. I think it's helping you see the glitter chunks. And yeah, not glitter chunks, but sparkly. It's more shimmery, sparkly for sure. Now here, let me turn it up real bright. Ooh, child. I feel like this makes everything a bit more clear. Okay. Oh, hopefully you guys could see that. For my first palette from MBA Cosmetics, I'm very happy. I really enjoyed this palette. I have so much fun with it. I will create some more looks with it. I really like this one. I really love this for fall. I love the oranges. The oranges are what got me. And yeah, I actually like this look that I have on right now. I might just add a little bit more green in the corner. So yeah, but anyway, let me know what you think of this palette. Candy corn is by far my favorite color, candy corn, and I really loved Equinox and cranberry, but candy corn is my favorite from this palette. Absolutely, absolutely love that. Let me know what you guys think of this palette. Let me know if you guys are getting this palette, and let me know what palettes that you want me to review and do a tutorial on. Loved this palette. We'll definitely be checking out other palettes from MBA Cosmetics. This was a great first purchase from the brand. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button for more tutorials because I have so much more in store for you, and I appreciate you. Besos.